Another dose of winter weather tonight. More snow came down this evening. This is a look at the snow falling in Newport News. There wasn't much accumulation, but some folks on the Middle Peninsula told us they got more than a dusting.
And this is just adding to the already snowy and, more importantly, icy roadways that, combined with tonight's below freezing temperatures, are making for some dangerous driving conditions.
And that's why most schools are closed again tomorrow. We have crews checking out the roads right now. 10 on your side's Jason Marks is live in Virginia Beach, and Deanna LeBlanc is live in Newport News.
But first, our chief meteorologist Don Slater is in the Weather Center. Don, we're getting snow and that big drop in temperatures.
Thankfully, the snow is winding on down throughout the area. We did get up to 2 inches of snow into the Hayes area in Gloucester County in the Middle Peninsula, and some other reports as well, just south of Williamsburg into James City County, an inch. Basically, it was from the north end of Norfolk and on northward through the Middle Peninsula and the Northern Neck, but especially anywhere near the York River. Now, I want to show you how much snow that we did end up getting through some of these areas. You can see the highlight where we did see the biggest snow was right on into here near the York River into Gloucester County, 1.5 to 2 inches of snowfall in bursts. It really came down around 8 o'clock this evening, 9 o'clock this evening throughout the area and into the peninsula over an inch once we get anywhere near Fort Eustis and northward. Now, I'll go back to that and show you what's going on with that again in terms of the snowfall that we did get, and I can also show you what's going on in terms of where the snow is now. There's not much of it. You can see just trace amounts on the eastern shore, lighter amounts toward the northern neck, but again, right over the Middle Peninsula is where we really got socked. Much of the peninsula, 0.2 of an inch up to around an inch farther northward, 1/2 inch, 3/4 of an inch, just trace amounts into the south side, and then we work our way into North Carolina and right along the Albemarle Sound. We got around 1/2 inch to an inch of snowfall into these areas, so that heavier snowfall going on there. But the snow is winding on down pretty much throughout the area. You can see a little bit over the eastern shore right now. It's exited for the most part the Middle Peninsula and the peninsula. You can see some over the south side. That was over the peninsula a little while ago, and we're seeing some over Norfolk on into Portsmouth, into northern portions of Chesapeake. You can see another shot of snow reaching on up through the through some of the areas of Virginia Beach, but it's not much. It's just very light flurries. There's where things are for the Middle Peninsula and eastern shore, and then farther southward for the for Albemarle Sound. Things are pretty quiet. Temperatures upper 20s, low 30s right now. Here's what we're expecting with these roads. Interstates, they're doing fine. Mostly the wind is going to blow this powdery snow off the surfaces, but where plowed and wet, those secondary roads are really getting icy, and Deanna LeBlanc is going to talk about that here in a minute. In residential areas, it's a mess now, just added to the mess. We'll talk more about the cold weather ahead. That'll be coming up in a few minutes.
Our team coverage continues in Virginia Beach. 10 on your side's Jason Marks has been driving around all night.
He's live in the Aragona neighborhood. So, Jason, what are the roads like now there?
Well, Nicole, most of the major roads are really good. You know, Public Works have been working on those since Monday night, so they are drivable, very drivable. It's the neighborhood roads that are a nightmare. Take a look at Janine Street here in Aragona, and this is what you see in many of the neighborhoods. This is just complete ice. Now, the good news here in Virginia Beach, we saw very little snow, but just to give you an example, this before it started snowing was like that, and now you have obviously it covered, and with the weather, the temperatures not going up any higher, this is going to freeze come tomorrow morning. By the time the sun went down Wednesday night, Virginia Beach Boulevard was smooth sailing.
Can't catch a break at all.
Can't get a break. The snow started falling again in Hampton Roads. This, indeed, not a sight for sore eyes. Just ask Ellen Stubbs.
Yeah, I'm over the cold weather. I'm over the snow.
Stubbs ventured out to pick up a few groceries.
The actual roads aren't bad right now, but it's really wet outside, so I have a feeling that's probably going to end up freezing.
This time, the white stuff comes with a punch to the gut in the form of frigid air. It's expected to last into the weekend.
That little bit of sun we got today melted some of it, but it just turned it into that, sheet of ice.
Virginia Beach Public Works says its 30 trucks will continue to be on the roads around the clock. Crews are looking for slick spots on all the major streets. The big concern, of course, is refreezing. Fortunately, this time around, though, the beach got very little snow.
What's different about this one is when you step on this snow, your feet don't even go in it. It's like stepping on the concrete because it's so cold. It's just hard.
And until it warms up, the ice will remain. For now, let's just all have warmer thoughts.
Yeah, I'm ready for summer.
Yeah, let's just think about summer for a second. But in all seriousness, this is very dangerous. I mean, when you have this where it's now covered and you can't see it, I mean, underneath that is all black ice. And so if you're driving on this, you might think, oh, that's just some patted down snow, and all of a sudden you have ice under it. Most of the neighborhoods, as we mentioned, look like this. I mean, just thick blocks of ice. That's the reason why schools are canceled here in Virginia Beach tomorrow. And since it's not going to thaw anytime soon, the chances are most likely school officials are going to have a very tough decision to make come Friday morning, too. And that's the latest here in Virginia Beach. Jason Marks, 10 on your side.
Our team coverage takes us to the peninsula now. 10 on your side's Deanna LeBlanc is live in Newport News.
Deanna, lots of black ice out there.
Yeah, Tom and Nicole, we've been seeing black ice starting to form since this light dusting started to fall. Take a look. This is the dusting that we saw happen earlier tonight. Here's the big issue drivers are going to see. If you move this, you can kind of see it shiny under here. That's black ice. There's ice under this dusting. So the primary roads are doing okay, but when you get to those secondary roads and you're driving over it, you may think it's snow, but remember, there will be ice under there on the morning commute. Just after 7:30 tonight on the peninsula, the snow started falling. It was a fast burst. It was pretty to look at and didn't seem to stick to the busy streets. It fell for about an hour and didn't amount to much in terms of accumulation, but it could spell problems as those temperatures drop overnight. Crews are still working to clear some secondary roads and many priority 3 roads like those that lead into subdivisions. Adding insult to injury, just as public works crews seem to get those main roads under control, a water main break on one of the busiest roads, Jefferson, happened during rush hour. That cut travel down to 1 lane most of the night near 48th Street while crews worked on that repair. The spokesperson for Newport News Water Works says it's likely the pipe broke because of the weather, though an exact cause is still being determined. And just about a half an hour ago, crews did finish repairing the water main break and patching the road back up. So there shouldn't be a traffic problem on Jefferson related to that anyway in the morning. Of course, that fear for black ice could cause some traffic delays and drivers should take it slowly. Now, one other thing, that spokesperson for Newport News Water Works says that we may see more water main breaks because of these frigid temperatures. It's not supposed to warm up until the weekend. Live in Newport News, I'm Deanna LeBlanc. 10 on your side.